Kuma, good morning. Wow, what is that?
我話近親姑媽實有禮物。
Is it a dinosaur watering thing?
但係係咪啊？
Ooh, more gift for Kuma. From Kuma.
哇！
Oh, it's a cute little book. Oh, wow, that's a good book.
哇，姑媽
Wow, 呢本就係
多嘢喎。
Wow.
哇！係咪啊？係啊，你話 George 係咪 George 啊？眼瞓醒。
好啦，你瞓醒先啦，好唔好？一陣姑媽 read 俾你聽，好唔好啊？
嗯。
Okay. 你未同 Kuma say thank you 喎。Alright. We're having dim sum with the family today. Just gonna head over to our old van, make the drive over. You really like that book that Kuma got you, right? Curious George? We're gonna read that later. Spencer couldn't wait. He has to read it right now. Is it Hunley? And George? And the man in the yellow hat? We're doing dim sum this morning over here at Precious Island Tea Shop. This is our go-to near my parents' house here in Staten Island. All right, let's go inside. I think they're already seated. Oh, good. Hello. Look at all the food. Look at all the food, all the dim sum here. I love that we have so many people here, so we can order a lot more food. Chicken feet, siu mai, pork ribs, ha gao, bean curd wrapped with a bunch of stuff. These are taro, fried taro.
唔係唔係。
This one is crunchy. You want to try this one? It's crunchy. It's crunchy. It's crunchy. Oh, we got some bao bao here. Got some pork buns here. Is it yummy? Oh, this is our favorite. Wanjan chang. Rice noodle, the mix sauce. Spencer's like in the chives dumpling. Yeah. We got some sesame balls. You want half? Is it hot? Make sure it's not too hot. Cheers.
Cheese.
A quick shout out to Jenny and Damon. They just recognized me while I was walking out to get some water from Spencer. Thank you for watching, guys. They're sitting right next to us. This is George. He loves to know about his friend Chef Scotty. Italian restaurant. Balancing on the high wire. See how she's balancing? Very cool, isn't it? That means there will be a tiebreaker tomorrow night. George was so excited. Oh no. The next morning, George decided that he wanted to help out and polish the men's lucky ball. Want water?
Give me 5. 你幾歲啊？
2. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, okay, bye, bye. We just got done with tea and we're gonna head back home and continue working on our van. My mom and my sister, they're gonna head over to the Chinese supermarket to pick some stuff up. So we're gonna head back first and let's get some more work done on the van. Today is day 21 of our van build and I'm gonna be working on installing windows today. The furring strip project is not complete yet, but since today is a pretty nice day, let's get the windows installed. This is the box the windows came in. We ordered the windows from a company called Van Windows Direct. Pretty good company. They make all kinds of different windows, all different sizes for Sprinters, the Ford Transit ProMaster. Here it is. All right, here it is. It's a small sliding window. Also got a bug screen on it. And this is gonna go right over here. So I gotta make a cutout for this window. I wonder if they have a template for it. I don't think they do. So I'm gonna have to measure out the parameter of the cutout, transfer it over, make the cut, and then get this thing installed. I'm just checking on their website to see what their recommended cutout size is, and it looks like it's gotta be a 14.25 by 14.5 cutout. So let me get a piece of cardboard, make that cutout, and we'll start preparing for the cut. So I got the cardboard cut out, 14.5 by 14.25, and I check it. It looks good, it fits, but it comes awfully close to the edges of the window, which I think is okay, because this isn't really a square here, meaning like there's actually a piece here that comes down. Let me open it so you guys get a better idea. So on the bottom of it, there's this little indentation, if you will. So the opening definitely needs to come below here, otherwise this wouldn't fit. And yeah, it should fit. I don't think I will overcut it with this dimension, but it's just really close to the edge. This will probably be a little bit lower. This time I double check, triple check the cutout size, make sure the dimension is right. I will check it one more time on the website to make sure I didn't misread anything, and then we will start prepping for the cutout itself. Let me find the position I want the window to be in. And I want to make sure I get it straight, because this looks a little bit tilted, probably on camera too, because these two, whatever you call it, support beams are actually slanted slightly like this. So I'm following the curvature of this right here with the top of the cardboard to make sure it is completely straight when I make the cut. So what I'll do now is, I think this looks pretty good. I'm gonna tape it off the exact area that the cut will happen, and then I'll measure it out again. More or less. This area is not the easiest to make a cutout either, because of this piece right here. It's causing it to bump out, so I can't really get a straight measurement. But I'll do my best, and I'll just give it another measure to make sure I get the correct measurement, which looks like I did not. So I will finagle it and make sure before I make the cut, it is exactly 14.5 by 14.25. I think it's going to be easier for me to measure it outside than the inside, because this is giving me a lot of confusion with this not being straight and this rib window support being right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to punch a hole right at this corner. I'll match it with this corner right here on the back side, and then I will make that indentation from the outside so I know where to make that cut. I think that will be a little bit easier. I got my screwdriver and my hammer. Let's make that little indentation. All right, let's check outside. Oh, I see it right there. Right over here. Okay, this is that corner area. Let me bring the template out and I'll tape it from the outside. Yeah, this looks a lot better. All right, this is perfect. I'm putting a plastic bag on the inside to catch any metal shards that's gonna fly off when I start making that cut. And with that, I am ready to make the cut. I'm going to be using the angle grinder to make the entire cut. I don't know if I'll need the jigsaw, but if I do, I can just switch to it. But let's start with this. I think I will switch to the jigsaw. Should make the entire cutting process a little bit easier. Guess I'll have to switch between the angle grinder and the jigsaw. This is mostly already cut off, but because there is the two inner support, or this inner support, there's actually glue behind the support there. So it's sticking to the plate here. Let me see if I can take that off. Yeah, it's glued to it. On both sides here. I might be able to use a little blade, cut it off. Yeah, that works. I definitely don't want this to fly on my face as I'm pulling it. So I gotta be super careful. I'll hold the corner here. All right. There we go. And we got a new hole in our van. So this beam I gotta cut off. I'll probably do it from the inside. Just get it completely clean off. And there's a lot of metal shards along the edge here. I'm gonna have to do a nice cleaning, otherwise this is gonna turn into rust. All right, let's clean this up. I'm gonna cut off the support beam from in here. So I'll make a cut down here and a cut up here, and that should remove this entire piece. I gotta be super careful not to cut through into the outer side of the van. But I think the angle grinder, if I do it super carefully, I should be able to do it cleanly. And I gotta make sure not a lot of stuff fly everywhere on the inside of the van. I'm going to use this thing to try to catch as much of the shards that fall. I'll do my best. Fingers crossed I don't cut into the outside of the van. I'm going to move this a little bit over. This is not an easy angle to cut out, especially with this little thing. Forget it, I'm not going to use this. Let's see. All right, I got to cut it like this. Actually, I'm going to give this a try. This is a metal cutter, metal sheet cutter. See if this goes through. I can cut it with this. This is actually going to be a lot better than using a grinder, especially for the inside. All right, it's pretty easy to cut actually. Just want to make sure I don't make any dents to the exterior. Might be easier if I just cut from up here, maybe, and then bend it down and then cut the rest. Okay, let's try that instead. Or just cut it from up here and then just bend it. Get it in half first. That should make cutting it a little bit easier. We have officially cut our first window hole on the side of the van. The moment of the truth is to make sure the window actually fits. So let's see. There you go. Perfect. Yeah. So the next thing I need to do is to clean this area up, especially the metal shards that's collected on the edge here. Get that cleaned up. Prime the area where I made that cut Well, I need to also file it down a little bit to make it nice and smooth. And then we will get it installed using the urethane and primer that I have. So it looks like there's metal shards that flew to the roof of the van too, which is not good. Yeah, there's pieces of metal shards. I gotta make sure I clean it off as much as I can so no rust will start to form. So the next step of the window install process is to apply the primer on the window themselves and on the van body. Hi, Spence! Where's his shoes? You're not wearing any shoes. You gonna come look? See what we're doing? Alright, I'm gonna do it then. I'm gonna do a little bit more of the primer. Okay, let me do the van exterior. Okay. Hi, Spence. And next I'm going to add the urethane along the edge of the window here, and I'll stick it onto the van, and this is gonna secure the window to the van using this stuff right here, the 3M window welds. And for the opening, I'm gonna do sort of like a M shape, and I need to make a really nice thick bead and leave no gaps whatsoever, otherwise water will penetrate into the van. So, let's close this up. On second thought, I'm going to put the urethane on the exterior of the van instead of the windows themselves, because the fitting is sort of perfect for this cutout here, especially the corners. It's like just right at the corner of the window. So instead of me accidentally putting the urethane on the window and it being, for example, too deep inside or whatever, I want it to be exactly where the van fitting would be. So let's do it here instead. So I'm going to do really nice bead here. Just right on the exterior, along the edge. I can feel a mosquito biting on my foot right now. Looks good. Is it right? Good. Okay. It just have. I think it's fine. It doesn't have to stay that long. Just tape it. Yeah, right. Oh, I dropped it. It should be fine, just like this. It's sort of already. I just want to make sure it doesn't slide down. It's not going to fall off or anything. All right, that's it with the window install. We're good. We got a new window. Our first window installed. Came out pretty good. Let me show you guys the inside, how it looks. On the inside, just like that, tiny little window. It's got a buck screen right here. And I'm not gonna touch it right now because it needs to set. And then tomorrow I'll be able to remove the blue tape and I'll install the other window as well. All right, they're waiting for me for dinner. Let's wrap up here and go inside. So that is it for today. We already got done with dinner and we're just hanging out in the living room here. And tomorrow we're gonna continue working on the second window. I think it's gonna be a little bit faster because we already got the first one done and we got the hang of how to get it installed. So if you guys want to keep watching our van build, DIY Sprinter van build, hit that subscribe button so you get notified when the new videos come out. Yeah! And if you enjoy watching this video, smash that like button so that I can spread out to more people. We really appreciate you guys watching. We'll catch you guys on the next video. Bye-bye. Spencer, do you want to say bye-bye to everybody? Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you for watching. All right, we'll see you on the next one. Bye.